Welcome back to the Chad DeMera channel, your absolute favorite spot for all things Salem. Let's be real for a second. The absolute biggest shocker coming up between June 10 and June 19 is the terrifying meltdown of Stephanie Kiriakis. Can you believe it? Stephanie's going to make a massive, life-altering mistake. We all know Joy Wesley has been causing severe problems for Stephanie and Alex. And Alex, in his typical clueless playboy fashion, is trying his best to resolve the conflict. But here's the kicker. It completely blows up in his face. Stephanie wakes up groggy on the couch, her untreated PTSD from the Owen Kent kidnapping taking full control, and she grabs the gun Steve gave her. She actually fires a bullet at Joy when she appears at the apartment. That's crazy. Thankfully, the spoilers indicate Joy isn't severely injured, meaning it's likely just a close call. But I am telling you, this is the ultimate plot twist that Joy is going to weaponize. Joy is a master manipulator just like her mother Nancy used to be, and she is going to use this to steal Alex. Meanwhile, Stephanie becomes a total emotional wreck, leaning heavily on legacy characters Steve and Kayla to survive the fallout. I completely defend Stephanie here. She was pushed to the brink by Alex's blindness and Joy's toxic presence. And you won't believe what happens next with the Salem Police Department. Jada Hunter is forced to step in and fiercely confront Stephanie about recklessly discharging a firearm at an innocent person. Jada is a by-the-book cop, but she also has a huge heart. Speaking of Jada's heart, her slow-burn romance with Sean Brady is finally paying off. These two are officially escaping the friend zone and solidifying their relationship. I think this is amazing. Sean is a legacy character, the son of Bo and Hope Brady, and he deserves a strong, independent woman like Jada after decades of toxic, exhausting drama with Belle Black. Sean and Jada share a deep, historical connection, and seeing them finally embrace this passionate spark is exactly what the fans have been begging for. But let's pivot to the dark, twisted underbelly of the DeMera mansion, because the mad science is failing miserably. Dr. Wilhelm Rolf puts Lexie Carver through a rigorous medical examination and delivers the terrifying news that she might die all over again, just like his resurrected lab rat. Lexie is absolutely desperate to stay alive for Abe and Theo, so she agrees to submit to even more of Dr. Rolf's insane, highly dangerous experiments. I think this was a huge mistake because E.J. DeMera is playing God, and it's going to end in tragedy. Remember back in 2012 when Lexie died from a brain tumor caused by Stefano's toxic tunnels? EJ is putting her through that exact same psychological torture all over again, just to feed his own massive ego. This is exactly why our guy Chad DeMera is so rightfully suspicious of his ruthless brother. Speaking of ruthless behavior, let's talk about Kate Roberts. Kate is finally going to confess to Roman Brady that she is the one who set up Johnny DeMera for that massive Titan lawsuit. Roman is going to be absolutely furious about all the lies she's been feeding him. A lot of fans think Kate is just protecting Titan, but I'm telling you, she is a toxic menace who constantly ruins her own family's lives. Johnny is Chad's nephew, and he is a good kid who wants nothing to do with this corporate warfare. Kate has a decades-long history of sabotage, going all the way back to her days with Victor Kiriakis and Stefano DeMera. Roman always falls for her apologies, but this time, the betrayal cuts too deep. Is this the final nail in the coffin for their marriage? What do you guys think? Will Roman finally kick her to the curb? Meanwhile, Johnny's personal life is an absolute nightmare right now. Paulina Price is going to extreme lengths to convince her daughter, Chanel Dupree DeMera, to proceed with her breast cancer treatments. Chanel is terrified of harming her unborn baby, which is a completely understandable maternal instinct. But Paulina is a fierce, protective mother who survived the horrific abuse of TR Coates. She knows what it means to fight for your life. Paulina's desperate pleas to Chanel are going to be some of the most highly emotional, tear-jerking scenes of the summer. The Chad DeMera channel is sending all our love to Chanel and Johnny as they navigate this impossible, heartbreaking medical crisis. And while EJ is busy destroying his family from the inside, he's also facing attacks from the outside. Xander Cook and EJ are going to have a massive explosive confrontation. I am totally Team Xander on this one. EJ thinks he is the untouchable king of Salem, but Xander is a former mercenary who isn't afraid of anyone. To make matters worse for EJ, Kat Green is actively deceiving him. Kat is secretly working with the ISA, channeling that classic Shane Donovan spy energy, and she is playing a highly dangerous game of cat and mouse with EJ. I passionately hope Kat completely exposes EJ's illegal Versavix lab and brings his arrogant empire crashing down to the ground. But wait, the mysteries in Salem are only getting deeper! Sarah Horton is still reeling from the tragic overdose death of her patient, Destiny. She enlists Brady Black to help her dig into the mystery of Destiny's death and how it connects to her sister's fatal overdose. Brady is really tapping into his Black Patch legacy here, channeling his inner John Black to work as a private investigator. Brady tracks down Liam Salechko, who was the emergency contact for Destiny's sister before she died. This is an incredible plot twist because Brady and Sarah are working so closely together, even though Sarah is secretly having steamy, lingering dreams about Xander. The romantic tension is off the charts, and Brady is completely clueless about Sarah's wandering heart. Brady, tracking down Liam, is going to cause a massive explosion in the Hernandez family! Because Liam is brought back into the picture, Ariana Horton finally gets the chance to confront him about why he suddenly ghosted her. And the truth is going to come out. Ari's going to discover that her own mother, Gabi Hernandez, paid Liam a massive bribe to leave Salem and stay away from her. Gabi has evolved into this ruthless, Demera-esque corporate shark, but she has completely forgotten how to be a supportive mother. Will Horton's daughter deserves so much better than this toxic manipulation. This revelation is going to cause severe, potentially irreparable damage to Gabi and Ari's mother-daughter relationship. Finally, let's talk about the absolute darkest storyline on the show right now. Amy Choi is completely consumed by her grief and hatred, and she confides in DA Melinda Trask, pushing her to seek ruthless revenge against Holly Jonas. Melinda Trask only cares about convictions and political power, so she is the perfect, terrifying ally for Amy. While Holly and Tate Black are trying to enjoy some romantic time together, this legal nightmare is looming right over their heads. Amy is going to extreme lengths to make Holly pay for what happened to Sophia. But here is the ultimate cliffhanger. Kristen DeMera and Brady have to sit Rachel Black down and tell her the horrific news that her former Bayview friend Sophia supposedly took her own life. Rachel's going to struggle immensely with this dark news, terrified that she is a bad seed who will end up just like Sophia. But we all know the truth. Kristen is the one who bashed Sophia with a rock. And honestly, knowing the internal logic of Days of Our Lives, I am 100% convinced Sophia is still alive out there, waiting to make her grand, vengeful return. The people grieving her are going to be thrown for a massive loop when she inevitably shows up alive. Keep it locked right here on the Chad DeMera channel because this summer is going to be legendary.